What's up, everybody? Hoping you're all doing well. This is your girl Christine Kavanda, back again with a very interesting video. Guys, remember, this is a channel where you learn different tips on how to handle different situations. And what are we handling today, guys? Today I want to talk to people who are preparing to go for interviews or those people who are looking for jobs. There are very basic things that these guys are supposed to know, and today I want us to go through these basic things so that as you prepare to go for the interview, at least you know things that you need to get right and things that are very important, things that have made so many people to lose their jobs. And that is the reason, guys, I am doing this video. So first of all, you are there, you've been applying for jobs, and by good luck, God has made you to secure a position, or rather to secure an interview in a certain company. What are you required to do? First of all, you need to run the profile of the company. Go to the profile of the company, get to know the history of the company, know what the company does, because if you don't know what they do, when you go to the interview and maybe they ask you, what do you know about our company, you will be stuck. So for you not to be stuck, once you are invited for that interview, make sure you visit their profile. Know about their history, when the company started, what they do, even the number of employees that are there. You need to have those things at the fingertips, and this alone will make you guys to be, or rather to have that courage. Even as you go through the interview, you will be filled a lot of courage. Then the other thing that you need to know is about the position that they have called you for the interview. You need to know what are the key points that they are looking for. Of course, when they are advertising for their jobs, there are those things that they write. That is the tasks of that position. It is always good to know about those tasks. Try to know how they do it, and even if it is not from that specific company, most of these tasks are the same. You can get them from another company, or even you can Google, get to understand about the position very well, so that by the time they are asking you questions, you will be able to answer, especially about the tasks that they want you to do. So please, before you sit down for the interview, make sure that you study the task. When you're going for an interview, your first impression is very important. And this is brought about by the way you dress. That is the dressing code, and also your attitude. So make sure that when you're going for an interview, you're very well dressed. If you are that one person who is fond of wearing t-shirts, please make sure that that one day that you are in a good shirt, you're in a good trouser, you're in a good shoes, because your first impression tells a lot. So don't go there wearing baggy t-shirts, wearing trousers, some are even torn trousers. Make sure that day you look presentable. Again, check on your attitude, because this is also very important. They look at the attitude, your attitude. If they feel like you're not connecting with them, you are likely to lose that job. So make sure that you check on your first impression, and again you check on your attitude. If you're those people who have dreadlocks, actually most of the companies, they have never accepted the dreadlocks. So make sure that that day your dreadlocks are neatly done. If you happen to go with your shaggy or your not well kept dreadlocks, this can make you lose that position, because the way you look, they always think that this is the way it will represent our company. And remember, the reputation of a company, it's always lies with you. And this is the reason why they check on the first impression, the way you carry yourself, the way you're dressed, because they expect you to represent the company in a very well manner. So when you're going there and you have dreadlocks, make sure that they are very well done, they are very well kept, they look neat to an extent that they don't even realize that you have dreadlocks. If you're those men who have pierced their ears, please, that day, I request you not to wear earrings. This is another thing that makes a company or the interviewer feel like you are not a serious person. Please, that day, don't wear the earrings because this might make you lose the job as well. So, because first of all, when you're in earrings, they will always think that you're not a serious person. You'll not be able to represent their company in a decent way. So those things are very, very important. The other thing that you need to check is you need to do is to greet the panel. When you go to the panel or you go to the interview, when you go for the interview, make sure you greet the panel. And what happens when you greet the panel, you create the connection between you and the interviewer. And this is very important because it makes you to gain the courage and it helps you to remove the fear that you could be having. And by the time you're starting to, they are starting asking you the questions, already you have the connection between you and them. And therefore you will not have fear when you are answering those questions. So greeting the panel is very, very important. Don't just walk in and go sit down. You've not even greeted them. You've not even connected yourself with them. Please try to create that relationship between them, you and them. Remember, this is not an exam whereby they are sitting there to examine you. No, 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 no. They just want to get the right candidate. The right candidate is the person who is able to connect with them, the person who has very good attitude, and the person who is ready to learn. Remember, guys, by the time you're being called for that interview, you are all the same because you are all qualified. You have the certificates just like they wanted. But all what they want to do is to eliminate. And you need to make sure that you make yourself stand out all the other candidates. Remember, you're in a very stiff competition and you must try to do all what you can to make sure that you outshine all the other candidates. And this outshining is brought about by these small things that I'm mentioning here. The way you dress, your attitude, your first impression, very, very important. So make sure before you go for the interview, you try to make sure that all these things you have them at the fingertips. Make sure that you look neat. Make sure that your attitude is good because these are some of the things that will make you outshine all the other candidates.